In the land of Uz lived a man unlike any other. Job, a man described as blameless and upright, a man who feared God and turned away from evil. His life overflowed with blessings, wealth, influence, and a family that brought him joy. By every measure, Job was a pillar of righteousness. But the story of Job does not begin with comfort. It begins in the unseen realms, where the adversary challenged the integrity of human faith. Satan approached God with a question that echoes through eternity. Does Job fear God for nothing? Remove the blessing, and he will curse you. And with that, a test began, one that would shake the very foundation of Job's life. In a single day, Job's world collapsed. Raiders attacked his flocks. Fire fell from the sky. His servants were slaughtered. And then the unthinkable. His children were taken in a single tragic moment. Disaster struck with such force that no heart could withstand it. Any other man would have broken, collapsed under the weight of grief. But Job tore his robe, shaved his head, fell to the ground, and worshipped. He cried, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Yet the test was not over. Satan struck Job with painful boils from head to foot. His skin cracked. His strength faded. He sat in ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. The man once honored now became a symbol of suffering. Even his wife, crushed by despair, urged him to give up. But Job would not curse God. Still, his heart was torn. His friends arrived not with comfort, but confusion. They believed suffering must be punishment. They insisted that Job had done something wrong. Their words cut deeper than the wounds on his skin. Yet Job held to what he knew. I have not turned away from my God. For countless days, Job wrestled with questions that haunt every human soul. Why do the righteous suffer? Why does God feel silent? Where is justice when life feels unfair? Job cried out with raw honesty. He wept, argued, pleaded, and questioned. He did not hide his pain. He did not pretend. And yet he never abandoned his faith. Then, after silence, God spoke. Out of a whirlwind, with a voice like thunder over the desert, God revealed his infinite wisdom. He asked Job questions that lifted his eyes from his pain to the vast, unimaginable power of the Creator. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Do you command the morning? Have you walked in the depths of the sea? God did not give Job explanations. He gave him perspective. And in that moment, Job understood. God's ways may be mysterious, but his heart is always faithful. Job bowed low and said, I know you can do all things, and my eyes have seen you. The test was complete. Then in a stunning act of restoration, God blessed Job once more. Double what he had lost, new children, long life, and a legacy that would echo through ages. But Job's true victory was not in what he gained back. It was in the faith that never died. Job's story teaches us that darkness does not mean abandonment. Pain does not mean punishment. Silence does not mean absence. Sometimes God uses the fire to refine, not destroy. Sometimes the storm reveals what comfort hides. And sometimes the greatest act of faith is simply refusing to let go. Job's suffering became a testimony that endures through centuries, a reminder that God is closest to the broken, and that even in the deepest valleys, there is purpose, there is presence, and there is hope.